Zara.
Ramon, come and help me. You can sell enough to be able to drink our person this evening. Ramon, take this. This is what you have to do. You understand? This is what you have.
Zara.
Ramadan, watan samladan nasoda qaunane marabauta dashi.
Ramon, me haka. Gasina di gitela la check about Ramon.
Oh, don't worry. Stains don't matter. It can be wiped off with just one wash.
Okay, thank you.
Zara.
Ramadan Kareem. Ramadan Kareem.
Hello and welcome to the 9 p.m. news and Voice After People television. I am Chioma Innocent.
And I am Kayla Abraham. Here at the headlines. Niger Republic finally opens land border with Nigeria.
106 terrorists killed and others apprehended.
Abducted Sokoto Sangaya student regain freedom.
And State Assembly overrides the Governor of Ibarra enacts new law during emergency sitting.
And in sports, Super Eagles beat Ghana to extend winless run.
Federal government will save 5 billion naira from foreign trip ban on ministers and others, according to the presidency. Well, we begin the news today with the presidency saying President Bola Tinubu's government will save 5 billion naira quarterly from the ban on foreign trips for ministers and other government officials paid with public funds. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngilale, disclosed this while addressing State House correspondents at the presidential villa in Abuja. Now, VOP News reports that President Tinubu placed a 3-month ban effective from April 1, 2024 on all government officials from embarking on foreign trips with public money. According to the presidential spokesperson, the directive is part of a broader effort to reduce government spending and promote fiscal discipline. Ngilale also said the president is acting against fraud in cryptocurrency trading and the foreign exchange market, urging people to report illegal activities.
President Bola Tinubu has announced a new directive aimed at bolstering the Nigerian economy by encouraging the patronage of locally made goods. Special advisor to the President of Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngilale, disclosed this today. Addressing State House correspondent on the ongoing efforts to stabilize the Naira, Ngilale conveyed President Tinubu's call for Nigerians to prioritize purchasing products manufactured within the country. He also highlighted recent improvement in the foreign exchange market, attributing them to interventions by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and the resolution of foreign exchange debts totaling $7 billion. Ngilale urged citizens to report any observed irregularities and assured them of the government's commitment to addressing such issues effectively. In addition to promoting local production and curbing currency volatility, he said Tinubu's administration is focused on supporting micro, small and medium-scale enterprises through the Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme.
The federal government has declared that all federal civil servants on study leave must provide evidence of approval from the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation. Now, this directive comes as the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Folashade Mieson, highlighted the implementation of a new system for regular verification of employees within the service to confirm their actual whereabouts. A memo containing this information was circulated during the week to all permanent secretaries and shared with journalists in Abuja today. The government reportedly took these steps to address response to concerns raised in August 2021 regarding civil servants seeking study leave with admission letters from questionable foreign universities. Now, you recall that in 2022, measures were taken to require these employees to sign bonds to prevent the misuse of study leave privileges. Now, while addressing the new development alongside the need for physical verification, the Civil Service Commission both explained that it is part of the effort to sustain the gains of the Integrated Personnel Payroll and Information System, IPPIS, as it has become imperative to place a mechanism for regular physical verification of officers in the service.
In a recent meeting at the Kano State Government House, Minister of Information and Culture Mohammed Idris affirmed the federal government's commitment to supporting state governments irrespective of political affiliations. Emphasizing a collaborative approach, Idris underscored ongoing federal investments across various sectors including manufacturing, telecoms, healthcare, and oil and gas. These investments, already yielding positive results, have contributed to a 3.46% year-on-year economic growth in Nigeria's GDP in the fourth quarter of 2023, surpassing earlier projections. Highlighting the future trajectory of Nigeria's economic landscape, Minister Idris detailed President Bola Tinubu's forthcoming oil and gas policy reforms. These reforms are anticipated to generate significant benefits, including the creation of 2.3 million jobs and an estimated $17 billion increase in the country's GDP. Additionally, the reforms aim to streamline bureaucratic processes, compressing Nigeria's oil and gas contracting cycle from 38 to just 6 months, thereby enhancing efficiency and fostering economic growth. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State echoed the sentiment of federal-state cooperation, commending federal efforts to address the security challenges through technological innovation. While acknowledging Kano State's relative peace, Governor Yusuf emphasized ongoing initiatives to combat banditry and kidnapping across 10 local government areas. The collaborative efforts between the federal and state governments reflect a unified commitment to fostering socio-economic development and ensuring the safety and well-being of Nigerian citizens.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has commended Abia State Governor Alex Otti for repealing the law that allowed our former governors and our deputies to collect pensions. Now, he admonished other state governors to emulate Otti to reduce the cost of governance. The former president spoke during a courtesy visit to Otti at the governor's country home in Mvosi, Isialangwa, South local government area. He congratulated the governor for ending the pension to former governors and former deputy governors, which he described as daylight robbery. The former president, who passed the vote of confidence on Governor Otti, acknowledged his developmental strides, which he said have restored public confidence in the government, and urged him to pay more attention to infrastructure, describing the people of Abia State as enterprising.
The Ogun Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC has issued a stern warning that it will impound any vehicle found transporting both humans and animals together. Anthony Uga, the FRSC sector commander in Ogun State, revealed this in an interview with reporters in Ota, Ogun State. Uga emphasized the necessity of this warning due to the dangerous practice of drivers transporting humans and animals together, which has led to fatal road accidents. According to the FRSC head, the FRSC has observed an alarming trend of drivers disregarding the risk involved in carrying both humans and animals simultaneously. This reckless behavior has resulted in an increase in road accident fatalities. To address this issue, the FRSC has engaged with animal dealers in the Kara area along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway to educate them about the dangers associated with such practices. Uga reiterated that the FRC's investigations revealed that many drivers were violating this rule without knowledge of the animal owners. He warned that anyone caught engaging in this prohibited activity would face penalties, including vehicle impoundment. The FRSC's proactive measures aims to enhance road safety and minimize the risk posed by irresponsible driving practices involving transportation of both humans and animals.
In recent operations nationwide, the Defense Headquarters reports that troops have made significant strides against terrorism and criminal activities. According to Major General Edward Buba, Director of Defense Media Operations, a total of 106 terrorists have been neutralized and 103 arrested in the past week alone. Additionally, 22 perpetrators of oil theft have been apprehended and 96 kidnapped victims have also been rescued. Troops have also seized a substantial arsenal, including 171 assorted weapons and 2,452 rounds of ammunition. In the northeast region of the country, Operation Hardin Kai troops have made notable progress, neutralizing 38 Boko Haram ISWAP terrorists and rescuing 16 kidnapped hostages. Furthermore, a significant surrender occurred with 46 terrorists, including men, women, and children, giving themselves up to the military. In the north central operations, Safe Haven and Well Stroke have eliminated 7 violent extremists, arrested 27 suspects, and rescued 8 kidnapped hostages while recovering a cache of weapons. Meanwhile, in the northwest, Operation Hadarin Daji troops have neutralized 31 terrorists, arrested 13 others, and rescued 56 kidnapped hostages. Operation Wild Punch has also apprehended 9 violent extremist terrorists and rescued 19 kidnapped victims. In the Niger Delta, Operation Delta Safe has destroyed 40 illegal refining sites and recovered stolen crude oil and refined products. Additionally, in the southeast, Operation Udoka uncovered and destroyed an IED factory and rescued the kidnapped victims. Tragically, 16 Nigerian army operatives were ambushed and killed in Delta State during a peacekeeping mission.
The 15 students abducted at the Quranic school in Sokoto State have regained their freedom. The students were kidnapped at Gidon Bekuso village in Gada local government area while running into their rooms to escape attack on the community 2 weeks ago.
3 militant members of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB were killed today during a gun battle with operatives of the Ebonyi State Police Command. Also, 5 members of the group were arrested with weapons they reportedly used for operations. These include 1 AK-47 rifle with 16 rounds of live ammunition, a bag containing 2,000 rounds of live ammunition. Police warrant card, an identity card with a picture of Nnamdi Kanu, a portrait of an unidentified person, 1 Itel phone and a motorcycle were among the items recovered from them. The deceased and those arrested were reportedly members of the militant wing of IPOB, popularly known as the Eastern Security Network ESN, which they said were responsible for the killings of police officers in the state recently.
Meanwhile, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB has berated the Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo over the deployment of soldiers to the Ogbaru local government area of the state. In a statement today, the spokesman of IPOB, Ima Powerful, described Soludo's action as a waste of time and government resources. IPOB stated that the governor can't stop the Eastern Security Network ESN operation in the state. The secessionist group argued that Ogbaru community is calm due to the assistance of ESN and protection from criminals and Fulani bandits. IPOB added that Governor Soludo is conspiring with the military, Fulani headsmen and bandits to burn down houses in the community. The group therefore urged Governor Soludo to focus on providing security and development to the Anambra people. We'll take a short break.
We will take a short break and return with more stories. Do stay with us.
مثلنا بالنظر إلى وجهك الكريم.
It's Ramadan. It's the season of sharing and caring. As Muslim faithfuls all over the world pray and fast, may peace reign all over, especially in troubled regions. Allah's blessing to us all. May the supplication of every sincere heart be heard. Ramadan Kareem, from all of us at Voice of the People Television.
Welcome back. The government of Niger Republic have announced reopening the land borders with Nigeria starting today. The decision will allow the official resumption of trade along the 1,500-kilometer border shared by the two countries, which had been closed since July 30 last year following the coup d'etat by the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland on July 26. The Nigerian Ministry of Interior, in a radio message, informed the governors of the border regions after reopening of land borders with Nigeria today from 0 hours, asking them to take all necessary measures to strengthen the control system upon entry and exit at the border crossings. On March 13, Nigeria reopened its land and air borders with Niger and lifted earlier imposed sanctions against the country in compliance with the decisions of the authority of the heads of state and government of the 15-member Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, at its extraordinary summit on February 24 in Abuja, the Nigerian capital. At the ECOWAS summit, the West African leaders agreed to lift economic sanctions against Niger, Burkina Faso, Guinea, and Mali.
The Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, Dr. Emmanuel Akabe, has visited the survivors of the tragic stampede at Nasarawa State University, Kefi, NSUK. The survivors are currently receiving medical treatment at the Federal Medical Center, Kefi, following the stampede that occurred this morning. The stampede, which took place at the Convocation Square of the state-owned institution, happened just before the distribution of palliative measures aimed at mitigating the effect of subsidy removal in the country. The incident also resulted in the loss of lives, including those of some undergraduate students. Governor Abdullahi Sule has attributed the unfortunate incident to suspected hoodlums and some misguided students. In a statement issued by his Chief Press Secretary Malam Ibrahim Adra, the governor vowed to apprehend and prosecute anyone found responsible for the act. The governor had recently initiated the distribution of palliatives, including 2 bags of 7.5 kilograms of rice and 5,000 naira to students of tertiary institutions in the state. However, the exercise, which began on Monday with students of the Isa Mustafa Agwai Polytechnic, Lafia, was marred by irregularities, with many beneficiaries claiming to have received rice without any money accompanying it.
Despite the government's expenditure of 150 million naira monthly to ensure clean and safe water for public consumption in Gombe State, the metropolis continues to face water shortages. Mohammed Fawu, the Commissioner for Water, Environment and Forest Resources, attributes these scarcity to illegal connections to the main water line from the Dadinkowa treatment plant. These unauthorized connections, he explains, diminish the distribution of water to neighborhoods, affecting industries, homes and farms alike. Speaking at a press briefing, Fawu emphasized the need to tackle the issue of illegal connections urgently. He expressed concern over residents colluding with the Gombe Water Board staff to access water illegally, hindering the proper distribution of water to the residents. Now, Fawu announced plans for the ministry, in collaboration with the Water Board, to commence disconnection of these illegal connections to restore the proper supply of water to the affected areas. The General Manager of Gombe State Water Board, Abubakar Sadiq, echoed the Fawu's sentiment, emphasizing the importance of cooperation from residents. Sadiq underscored the necessity for residents to register with the Water Board and pay the apportioned rates for water usage, stressing that sustainable water systems require financial support. He urged residents to adhere to legal channels for accessing water to ensure the viability of the water supply system in the state.
Now, the leadership of the Labour Party has formally petitioned key government institutions, including the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Attorney General of the Federation, the Ministry of Labour and Employment, and the Registrar of Trade Unions, requesting urgent intervention to protect the party from further aggression by the NLC. In the petition, the party called for disciplinary action against NLC President Joe Ajaero and other union leaders who allegedly spearheaded the vandalization of of the party's property during a recent picketing of the party's secretariats across the country. The conflict between the NLC and the Labour Party escalated when NLC members picketed the party secretariat demanding the resignation of Labour Party's national chairman, Julius Abure. The picketing reportedly led to the destruction of Labour Party properties and the loss of some staff salaries. Labour Party's National Publicity Secretary Obiora Ifor, in a statement, debunked claims that the NLC owns the Labour Party, stating that the party is open to all Nigerians who accept its ideology, programs and constitution, irrespective of their background.
The River State House of Assembly has ruled against Governor Sim Fubara to enact the River State House of Assembly Service Commission Law. The House took the decision today after convening an emergency sitting. You will recall that the River State House of Assembly at its sitting in February had passed a bill for a law to repeal the River State House of Assembly Service Commission Amendment Law No. 3 of 2006 and to further amend the Principal Law of 1999 and other matters connected thereto. Before passing the bill, the House debated on the pros and cons of the bill and thereafter, in line with the rules of the House, resolved into committee of the whole and gave the bill clause by clause consideration. Contributing on the bill, members commended the Speaker and sponsors, describing it as a staff-centered and staff-friendly bill.
About 37,874 members of opposition parties in Akwa Ibom State today joined the state ruling People's Democratic Party (PDP). The defectors include members of the All Progressives Congress Young Progressive Party (YPP), New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), and the Social Democratic Party (SDP), among others. Speaking on behalf of the returnees, former State Secretary of APC Nkerewum Enyong Ekere and Emmanuel Uko Ete of YPP expressed readiness to collapse their structures and work for PDP. Receiving them at the PDP Secretariat, Atan Ofot Uyo, Governor Umo Eno admonished them not to disrespect and attack their leaders, especially at the center. He stressed that growth and progress can only thrive in an atmosphere of peace, love, and unity, urging them to collapse all past structures in their possession into the PDP structure to show sincerity of purpose and seriousness.
Meanwhile, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress (APC) has said it is a political dislocation for Anambra State to continue to remain in the All Progressive Grand Alliance (APGA) instead of connecting to the center. Alhaji Ganduje, who was in Nnewi for a colloquium organized by the Southeast chapter of APC, said the marginalization of the Southeast is rather a result of miscalculations by the people of the region. He said such miscalculations have kept Anambra State in political dislocation and would continue to be so until the state dumps APGA. Also, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma, who was at the colloquium, said the good thing about the colloquium is that APC has also agreed to come to agree that the Southeast is truly marginalized. Coming up, business, sports, and entertainment. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, and now in business. Nigeria's 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory collectively owe the federal government a substantial sum of 1.72 trillion naira in outstanding budget support facilities. This revelation emerged during a presentation at the National Economic Council meeting chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima. The funding was provided to assist states in meeting their financial obligations, with each state carrying a portion of the debt burden, while the federal government ceased providing budget support loans in July 2023 due to increased revenues. The outstanding liability remains significant, underscoring the financial challenges faced by state governments. Furthermore, the excess crude accounts, the stabilization account, and the current balance of natural resources were disclosed during the meeting, offering insight into Nigeria's fiscal landscape. Governor Hope Uzodimma of Imo State presented an abridged report on crude oil theft prevention, highlighting the need for enhanced collaboration and data-driven strategies to address the issue effectively. The Vice President emphasized the importance of robust submissions from states to facilitate informed decision-making at future council meetings.
Still in business, the Debt Management Office DMO reported a significant uptick in Nigeria's public debt, soaring to 97.34 trillion naira in the fourth quarter of 2023. Now, this 10.7% increase from the previous quarter was primarily driven by new domestic borrowing initiatives driven by the federal government. The composition of the debt reviews a strategic emphasis on domestic borrowing, constituting 61% of the total debt, with the remaining 39% sourced externally. Multilateral and bilateral lenders account for a significant portion of Nigeria's external debt, reflecting efforts to manage the debt burden effectively. Meanwhile, the state government of Edo, Delta, Ondo, and the Ekiti states have collectively sought to assert their shareholder right in the Benin Electricity Distribution Company, BEDC. Citing operational challenges and service delivery failures, the states signaled their intents to play a more active role in decision-making at both the board and the management levels. The initiative underscores the imperative of ensuring efficient electricity provision to enhance the welfare and development of citizens, reflecting a concerted effort to address long-standing discrepancies in the privatization process.
Nigeria's Naira surged to a two-month high of 1,382.35 Naira per dollar at the official foreign exchange market, buoyed by foreign exchange reforms implemented by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. These reforms, aimed at improving liquidity and boosting investor confidence, have yielded tangible results in the FX market. Policy measures include the unification of exchange rate, liberalization of the FX market, and reforms in the Bureau de Change segment. The CBN's proactive approach to addressing FX challenges underscores its commitment to fostering stability and transparency in Nigeria's financial landscape.
We now move on to entertainment, where the Lagos State Police has invited a social media influencer for questioning days after accusing popular pastor evangelist Ebuka Obi of conducting fake miracles. Now, in the invitation letter seen, the police are investigating an alleged case of criminal intimidation, threats to life, cyber stalking, and cyberbullying. The social media influencer Chizorom Harrison of Fuegu, popularly known as Ijele speaks, and in a post accused evangelist Ebuka Obi of being a liar and labeled all his miracles deceitful.
And still in entertainment, ace Nigerian high-life singer Godwin Kabaka Okpara has passed away. Derder Promotions, Kabaka's record label, announced his demise in a statement released today. The chief operating officer of Derder Promotions, Amarachi Ayamu, disclosed that the musician died on Thursday. The cause of his death was, however, not revealed. Kabaka was a talented and beloved songwriter and guitarist who brought joy to countless fans with his infectious high-life music. He co-founded the Oriental Brothers International Band in 1973, a high-life powerhouse known for its socially conscious lyrics, instrumental mastery, and authentic sound that resonated with millions across Africa and beyond.
Veteran actor Hank Sanuku has urged his fans and friends to celebrate him while he is still alive. In a cryptic post, the actor shared a new photo on Instagram asking people to give him his flowers while he's still here. VP News gathered that the actor has had a difficult time in recent years. In November last year, while revealing that he had been without employment for an extended period, the action movie actor cried out to Nigerians for financial help.
Famous Nigerian singer David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, says he is now shifting his attention to his American dream, stressing that he has conquered Africa. The OBO crooner said his goal is to collaborate with creatives across the globe. Speaking in a recent interview, Davido said he is currently working on 2 albums for Africa and America respectively. Davido was born in Atlanta, USA, but moved to Nigeria as a toddler.
Still in entertainment, controversial Nigerian singer Portable has said that he was a fashion designer before starting his music career. Portable opened up on his love for fashion and tailoring in the debut episode of the Brooke Bailey Danfo series. The singer took Bailey, the Belgian DJ, on a tour of Songota, Ogun State. Portable took her to several places, including his studio for fashion design. The singer claimed that before pursuing music, fashion was his vocation. He also said that he continues to work as a fashion designer and combines it with his singing career.
And in sports, Nigeria Super Eagles edged bitter rivals Black Stars of Ghana 2-1 in an international friendly game played in Marrakech, Morocco today. The result means the Black Stars are now winless in their last 6 games. Goals from Cyril Dessers and Ademola Lukman was enough to earn interim coach Finidi George his first win. Crystal Palace forward Jordan Ayew got Ghana's consolation goal, and former Bendal Insurance defender Benjamin Tanimo made his first appearance for the Eagles. Also, the game saw the return of Wilfred Ndidi, who captained the side. First chance of the game went to the Eagles in the 3rd minute after the Black Stars keeper made a mistake, but the keeper made amends as he stopped Kelechi Iheanacho's goal-bound strike. The Eagles were rewarded in the 38th minute as Dessers sent the keeper the wrong way from the penalty spot after Black Stars player handled the ball with his hand. In the 84th minute, Lukman made it 2-0 as he received a pass unmarked and slotted past the keeper. Ayew then pulled a goal back for the Black Stars from the penalty spot on 94 minutes. The Black Stars almost snatched a late equalizer, but Wabali made a brilliant save to stop a goal-bound shot. The Eagles will be back in action on Tuesday, 26 March, when they will take on Mali in another friendly also in Marrakech.
President of the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Guzau, has implored the players and officials of the Under-20 Girls Falconet to put behind them the loss of the African Games women's football event gold medal to Ghana and work assiduously towards making a huge impression at this year's FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. Guzau spoke against the background of the Falconets' 1-2 extra-time defeat by the Black Princesses of Ghana in the final match of the 13th African Games women's football event played in Cape Coast on Thursday night. The Falconets have participated in every edition of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup since the competition was launched as an Under-19 tournament in Canada in 2002. They have now qualified for this year's championship after overpowering the Under-20 girls of Tanzania and Burundi in the African qualifying series. Only 5 countries have laid their hands on the ultimate diadem of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup competition since it commenced in 2002. That is the USA, Germany, the DPR, Korea, Japan, and Spain. This year's FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup finals will take place on the 31st to 22nd of September in Colombia.
Finally, in sports, the Football Association FA has announced the official dates and kickoff times for the season's FA Cup semi-finals to be held at Wembley Stadium next month. Manchester United's clash with Coventry City has been rescheduled due to concerns raised by the Metropolitan Police. In the first semi-final matchup, Manchester City will take on Chelsea on Saturday, April 20, with kickoff scheduled for 5:15 p.m. The following day, April 21, Manchester United will face Coventry at 3:30 in the afternoon. Initially, the FA had requested a 4 p.m. kick-off time for Manchester United's game. However, after discussions with the police, the timing was adjusted to accommodate security concerns. While this change aims to ensure the safety of all attendees, it has led to frustration among the FA and broadcasters. Later kick-off times typically attract a larger TV audience, making the adjustment a point of contention. According to reports, the police deemed the Manchester United versus Coventry City match as high risk, prompting the scheduling adjustment. Despite the inconvenience caused by the change, both the FA and broadcasters are committed to ensuring the smooth running of semi-finals while prioritizing the safety of players, staff, and fans. To wrap up the news, let's take a look at the stories that made it to the headlines. You heard that Niger Republic finally opened a land border with Nigeria.
106 terrorists killed and the others apprehended.
Abducted Sokoto Sangaya student regained freedom.
And State Assembly overrides Fubara enacts new law during emergency sitting.
And in sports, Super Eagles beat Ghana to extend winless run. I'm Kayla Abraham.
And I'm Chioma Innocent. Thank you so much for watching the 9 p.m. news.
Good evening.